Sony accused of lying to regulators, a new Mario title for the Switch has been leaked and PlayStation Plus Essential games are revealed early. This is GameF8 News. If you like it, click the like button and make sure you subscribe to keep up to date with all the gaming news. First, for our Superson stories, Phil Spencer has had an interview with IGN at the weekend. He's acknowledged that last year was light on games for Xbox, saying, "That's on me," but seems really confident about 2023, saying the new Forza game will be a strong release. He was also asked about the Activision Blizzard deal, replying that he's more confident now that it will go through than a year ago. This stands in contrary to the rumours which suggest the deal was on its dying legs. A new Super Mario movie trailer has dropped and it introduces us to two new things. First, Donkey Kong is just Seth Rogen's voice, which I'm alright with. Second, the catsuit will be in the film, with Mario being mocked for wearing the power-up. Let's hope that the movie holds a little bit back for the actual film and possible sequels. Far Cry 7 will apparently be developed alongside a Far Cry multiplayer game. Ubisoft has been trying to turn around their luck at the moment, and this move might be an attempt to mitigate the risk of releasing a cash grab service game whilst not annoying the core audience. Call of Duty has done this very well, with core players not getting annoyed with the service offering. Apex Legends has dropped a new Peacekeeper skin, which normally wouldn't be news, but the devs Respawn are asking for $170 for the privilege of buying it. The fee is the price to unlock the Celestial Sunrise collection, which is required to get the skin. A Tomb Raider TV series is being rumoured, created by Fleabag creator Phoebe Waller-Bridge. The IP has already spawned a number of successful and semi-successful films, so a TV show seems like the next logical step. This also helps explain why the new game is being co-produced by Amazon, who are also the ones rumoured to be making the show. Shadow Drop Hi-Fi Rush, which was mentioned by Phil Spencer as a success, is outperforming AAA game Forspoken on Steam. This both shows the disappointment that people feel towards Forspoken, but also the excitement and the buzz surrounding Hi-Fi Rush, which has been a pleasure to try out. I'm told the game only lasts a few hours, but for me that's great. Having just played GoldenEye and Metal Gear Solid, 4, 5, 6 hour experiences are sometimes what I want. Now onto our headline stories. Sony's been accused of lying to EU regulators in their response to the Activision Blizzard deal. Microsoft's Frank X. Shaw is claiming that Sony have stated to the authority that there's been no offer on Call of Duty parity between the consoles. Sony have been a constant thorn in the side of this deal progressing, mostly because they have the most to lose. They will have made the calculations on how many consoles their previous deals with the Call of Duty franchise has been responsible for and will do everything in their power to preserve that. The accusation is quite an important one. The bodies that look into these deals often lack any knowledge of the market and rely on the testimony they ask others to make for these key decisions. We have seen a few people working with the EU coming out in sympathy of Sony's position. If Microsoft can show that they acted dishonestly, then the sympathy may dry up and all of their testimony may be called into question. This may be the strategy Microsoft is relying on, since without Sony, this deal will essentially pass without any meaningful opposition. Sure, Microsoft would have to make some concessions to sweeten the deal, but not to the level that they would need to if Sony is still seen as credible. Next, a new Mario game has been leaked. Semi-respected leaker Zippo Speaks has revealed the new game in the Mario Does Sports series of games. Namco and Now Production are said to be working on a new baseball game featuring the New York Plumber. We've had to wait since 2008's Mario Super Sluggers for a dedicated baseball game. However, 2017's Mario Sports Superstars did feature the sport on the Nintendo 3DS. This news probably won't come as a surprise to many, with all the other sports with Mario already receiving a title on the Switch. Questions have been raised about their quality though. Although their mechanics have been tight, they haven't seemed to prioritise longevity with a disappointing lack of modes and some surprising online matches unavailable. For instance, Mario Strikers lack the ability to play 4-player online, which was either a huge accidental omission or Nintendo just doesn't trust its online infrastructure to be able to handle it, since 4-player was possible if some players were on the same console. Expect this to be announced soon though, since many believe 2024 will be all about the new Switch generation. In our final bit of news, the February PlayStation Plus Essential games have been leaked. Ollie Ollie World on the PlayStation 4 and 5, Mafia Definitive Edition on the PlayStation 4, Evil Dead the game on the PlayStation 4 and 5, and Destiny 2 Beyond Light, which is DLC for the PlayStation 4 and 5, are the rumoured games. Apparently Mafia may be switched out in some regions where the game is unavailable to sell. A big surprise in this lineup is the DLC for Destiny 2, with many people in the comments wondering why a free-to-play game is on the list. The DLC costs $30 to buy outright, so there is a value in the deal, but it makes you wonder whether PlayStation paid much, if anything, for this inclusion, since Destiny will be getting a lot by luring in more players to their service-based game. The only other comments I've seen is that the 3 other games are fantastic, but everyone who's going to buy them would have already. I disagree with this, with many popular games coming to the monthly list that I just haven't got around to playing, that I'm glad that I've had this second chance to pick up and play. Having said that, my backlog is the largest it's ever been, and now grows monthly. Anyway, that's it for today. Do you see this Activision deal going through? What sport do you want Mario to try and tackle? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow for another GameF8 news.